Vern. We're at the Ferguson showroom in Bellevue, and we are going to learn all about induction cooktops. So Vern, we bring clients in here to talk about cooking and cooktops. Tell us a little bit about this and why we should look at induction.
Well, first of all, it's one of the, everyone thinks it's a new technology, but it was actually designed back in the early 50s. Just like the electric car, it didn't really take off because of the expense, and people weren't really that much interested in it because gas was cheap, and who cared, So one of the great features, because I do a lot of cooking, is as far as that goes, speed. We're all busy at home, and we get home, we need to cook dinner for the families. It needs to be fast, efficient. So with this application, a pot of water, we're going to do some pasta. A pot of water usually takes about 5 minutes to boil.
Yeah.
Get something like that going. So this will help reduce the time. This one's a rather unique piece because this is called the Freedom from Thermidor. You can freely move the pots and pans all around. It can take any shapes because there's actually 42 magnetic inductions spread throughout the cooktop, which gives you the ability to move it. Okay.
Right.
Otherwise, normally with the standard induction, it all does the same thing, but you have to have it just like an electric cooktop, specific zones to cook in.
Okay. But this we can use the whole
But this you
surface.
can use the whole thing.
Okay.
It's really nice and efficient. As you can see, one thing, do you happen to have any money on you by chance? I need to get paid for this.
Alright, I'm cheap. I only have $1.
Okay, well, that's okay. So, as we're talking about this, one of the things, and thank you for that, you're not getting it back, by the way.
Oh,
so
really?
We're going to go ahead and throw that on there. And what you're going to see is, if this was a regular cooktop, you'd think, Vern, you're absolutely crazy, okay? But as this is going, you can actually stick your finger right down below here. And if this was a regular, electric cooktop, again, I would have just been, had a 2-degree burn, and, off to the hospital I go for a skin graft, so wouldn't have been a good thing. But as you can see, as we're talking, we haven't been talking very long, it's already starting to boil.
Wow.
You can already start to see the bubbles forming, and again, so we're talking about speed. Okay, we're talking about efficiency. If this boils over, this is a pot of pasta, we've all cleaned pasta water with all the starch in the water off a countertop. It's very hard. You have to scrub it pretty hard. Because there's no heat down below, as the water boils over, the starch hits a cold surface, which means you can just wipe it clean.
Wow.
Very efficient, right? So it really adds for a lot of that. Also, safety kids, my son, who just turned 8, is now in a cooking class because I really am trying to get him involved in the kitchen like myself. And with a cooktop like this, you don't have to worry about, gosh, his hand's going to get too close or anything like that. All those other type of, whether it's gas or electric, you have to be concerned about that. So that's one of the other things. So it allows the family to kind of gravitate more as far as safety is concerned as well. So here you go, it's starting to boil, which is really, again, extremely fast. I can literally start moving this. I can move this. Oh, and look at that. Nothing happened to your daughter. And how hot is that?
It's barely even warm at all.
Isn't that incredible?
Nothing.
So when you're looking at that, the other great thing is if you're cooking any kind of sauces or anything like that, we're also talking about the potential cleanup. Okay. Again, moms are really busy. We've got we're asking a lot from everybody in the evening. Okay. You're not sure if it's going to boil over or not, but I just shifted that. I can now cook with this on there.
Wow.
So if anything boils over, I'm not cleaning anything but wiping this off.
That's amazing.
Okay, so really in a nutshell, that's kind of some of the key benefits of that. Again, so we touched on speed, cleanability, safety. With this particular cooktop, we have freedom to move the pots and pans around with using elongated pans, oval pans, any size or round pan. The only requirement is it needs to be a magnetic cookware. Okay, which is nothing expensive. This is from our friends at Kirkland, so good old Costco. Nothing dramatic, not expensive. So everyone also has this phobia about, oh my gosh, I'm now going to have to go replace all of my pots and pans. Not necessary.
Sure. So if someone has it, they're trying to compare, should I upgrade to gas, should I go induction? You know, I have that conversation a lot.
Yeah.
Is it really worth going up to gas, you know, with something like this?
Again, it's, you know, it's lifestyle. You know, if you're a busy household, kids and everything like that, this is the most ideal product to buy. You know, again, because of the speed, safety, everything.
Boiling
it's
right
just,
over
yeah,
that.
exactly, boiling right over the towel. And again, you know, for cleanup, I'm just going to pull that off. Nothing happened to the towel.
That's crazy.
You know, so with this particular piece, you know, it's all it's just like an iPad. You just touch and it's a touch screen. You can bring it down to a soft boil. The other thing, now look at this. If this was a regular
That's
electric, immediate change in temperature and how it performs. Okay, so I now just brought it instantly down to a simmer. Okay, so how great is that? But again, now all of a sudden I need to bring it back up to a boil because I walked away. I just took a phone call. You know, yep, Mom, everything's fine. Kids are great. Here you go. Boom. I can come in here and then I can come back right back, and instantly
boiling.
it's boiling again.
Wow.
So
Wow, I think you
control, all sorts of flexibility.
Well, thank you, Vern. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, for now, bye from Ferguson.